Thursday, February 26, 2026, and I'm Dick. WB2JPQ. I'll be here with Billy, KF0MHN, and Mark, KE2EDS, on the log this morning. A couple of announcements. The East Coast Reflector M1KE peer group will be meeting tonight in our Zoom room at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tonight in our Zoom room. If you got an M1KE, if you got problems, you want to learn about them, come join us at 8 o'clock. Have a good discussion. I think it's the second or third one. It's 8 o'clock in the Zoom room. Got a whole list of text check-ins here this morning. Got Roy in Blaisdell. Got Larry in Arizona. Randall in Brownsville. Zachary in Kissimmee, Florida. Jay, the voice of Orlando, is in Orlando. Wayne from Belmont, New York. Joel from Claremont. Good morning, Joel. Got Richard, Sumner, North Carolina. Clark from Phoenix, Arizona. We got Carrie, looks like from Scotland. Good morning. Heard you yesterday. Sounded great. Charles from Syracuse. Charlie from Sun City. Lou from Lakeworth, K4EPS. We're so happy to have Lou with us. He brought 5 or 6 of South Florida repeaters over to the system that are connected here for our nets. We had 2 or 3 people check in yesterday that were new from Lou's system. So thank you, Lou, for what you're doing. We have Gary, we have Ray, Chuck, Mark, Joel, Greg, Brian, Herbert, Jimmy, Dan. For simplicity, I just read the names of the text check-in. Let's see if we have any mobiles this morning. Get our mobiles in and out of here this morning. Who do we have going to work, play, or school? Our question, very, very simple. Came from Roger, KO4QMM last night. I guess he was thinking about next time he was up, he was going to use it, but I stole it from him. Real simple. Skechers shoes, yes or no? Skechers shoes, yes or no? Did you know the Skechers, one of the name brands that's the no-tie slip-in shoes, and according to Google, 55, age 55 and over, it's a real craze. They're going up 20% a year for the 55 and over. So we're going to use that this morning. Tomorrow morning, memory lane question. I think we got a good one. It's going to take you back to your early childhood if we use that question. Come join us tomorrow morning. And of course, tomorrow will be the second cup as well. So today, Skechers shoes, yes or no? An easy question to log. It should be just yes or no if there is such a yes or no question. Mobiles, work, play, or school, twice and slowly.
Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November. That is Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, mobile.
AA4, XM.
November 5,
Charlie Hotel, Charlie
mobile.
KJ5, MLZ, Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Lima Zulu, mobile.
BHL, mobile. WB8, BHL, mobile.
Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar Mobile. Kilo 4, Kilo Tango Oscar Mobile.
Echo Lima, mobile.
Golf November, mobile. Let me hold it up here for a minute. We had a Mike Golf November. You were very noisy coming in through Toledo, or no, through Detroit, through the GM repeater. The Mike Golf November, your full call sign, please. Mike Golf November. You were the last one that called in. Your complete call sign? Hello, Delta. We got Jose in Austin. Good morning to you. WBAPHL, good morning to you, Ed. WBAPHL. Ezra, we got you. We got Micah. Man, you're up early this morning. And Anders, KZ4JN. Let me go right to KJ4JN. We'll work this list and we'll see if we got a couple of more mobiles. Good morning, once again. Skechers shoes, yes or no?
Good morning, Dick, and everyone else that's on the net this morning. For me, it's a no, which is because I am a partial amputee, but the wife loves them, but for me, it's a no. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll send it back to you, Dick. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November.
Call from Pennsylvania note before we get started here. Micah, good morning. Florence, Alabama.
Good morning, Dick. No to the answer question. I don't have any Skechers, and I don't even think I had any growing up. AA4 XM, back to net.
No for Micah. Ezra, KJ5MLZ, good morning.
KJ5, MLZ, good morning, Dick and the rest of the crew. That's a negative on the Skechers. Never had a pair. No. KJ5, MLZ, W3.
Well, I never did either, but I've been threatening to try them. I guess they're supposed to be really nice. You want to run out and just slip your feet in them, so Roger has a good question here this morning. Good morning, Ed, WB8BHL. You look like a Sketcher kind of guy.
Good morning, Dick. Well, no, actually, I don't have a pair of those. I've seen them on television, like you said, and I do not have a pair. Anyway, I'll just staying warm up there in Buffalo and keeping everything straightened around here on the system. We appreciate all that you do. WB2JPQ, WB8BHL, Orlando.
Thanks, Ed. We got 19 outside the cabin this morning. One of these days it's going to warm up. Just not sure what day that's going to be. Austin, Texas, KJ5MLN. Good morning, Jose.
That is KJ5 Mike Echo Lima. And no, I don't have a pair of Skechers. Never had the opportunity, but I think a podiatrist said there's not enough support. So that was a big while ago, but I don't have any Skechers. Thank you much. Have a great day. Thank you for running the net. Back to you.
Sorry about butchering your call. I don't know where I got all those morning so early. You have a good day anyway. Fenton, Michigan. KD8MGN. Kurt, good morning.
This is Kilo Delta 8, Mike Golf November, Kurt in the Bobo. And when I first teed up there, I was on top of a hill in Milford Township. That's probably about 50 miles to the jam repeater, and I'm thinking about the same to Toledo. I'm a yes, but my Skechers have laces. KD8MGN, back to that.
Scott places. Fenton, Michigan, that is where our IRLP Reflector is housed in Fenton, Michigan, the data center in Fenton, Michigan. Do I have any other mobiles? Any other mobiles like to get in here this morning?
November 5, Charlie, Hotel Bravo, mobile. November 5, Charlie, Hotel Bravo. Hello, Charlie 3, United Lima Juliet Mobile. Kilo Charlie 3, United Lima Juliet Mobile.
All right, we got you, Patrick, and we got you, Chuck, in Sugarland, Texas. I think I heard you before, Chuck. I think you were in one of those pile-ups there. N5CHB, good morning, Chuck, Sugarland, Texas. Our question this morning, in case you haven't heard it, Skechers shoes, yes or no?
Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good week. One more day to go, and we've made it, Brew Crew. That's a big yes for me. I've got four, maybe five pairs of Skechers. Wearing a pair right now. Great shoes. I highly recommend. N5CHB.
We're now starting to get some in our yes column. Thank you, sir. Patrick, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, KC3ULJ.
Good morning to you. And yes, I did have a pair of Skechers boots, and they were quite comfortable there, right?
Got you down for a yes. It's kind of hot on your audio. You might want to. I don't know how you're coming in. You're coming in through Fireside, so I don't know whether you're on a repeater or just what. We can't see that far out. Let me go up and get some of these text check-ins out of the way. Got quite a list of texts. I'll maybe work, and then we'll take some radio and go back to the text. We'll alternate, give everybody fair shake here today. We'll start with Roy in Blaisdell, KA8BYU. Good morning, Roy.
Nick and everybody on the Brew, KA8BYU. I don't have any yet, but the next time I buy a pair of shoes, I think I'm going to get a pair of those. None of my shoes have laces anymore. I either use Velcro or slip-ons because the arthritis in the hands don't let me tie shoes that much. So, yeah, I think next time I order a pair of shoes, I'll get a pair of those things. They sound pretty neat. Back to you.
Like I said, I've been attempting to buy a pair for the last couple of years, but didn't know if I wanted to go down that road or not. Good morning, Larry, KM7CGI.
I have two pairs, wearing one right now, but they have laces. I have to lace them up. I know they got those kind with just Velcro or what have you, but very comfortable shoes. You won't regret it. But everybody have a great day, KM7CGI.
Thanks, Larry. Randall, good morning, K8UFM.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning to all the Brew crew this morning. That was a little redundant. No on the, I'm sorry, yes on the shoes. I do own a pair of Skechers. With that, this is K8UFM, back to net control. Everyone have an outstanding Thursday.
Well, yes, it is. We're starting to level out the playing field a little bit here. Zachary in Kissimmee, Florida, good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Mark, and the Brew crew. No, I don't have any Skechers, but maybe I will in the future. It sounds like they come highly regarded. 7-3 to the group. Back to you, Dick, KI6KQO.
We'll certainly know a little bit more after our net today and our scientific survey, Zach. Good morning, Jay in Orlando.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the morning brew. This is K1MCO. Yeah, I do own 3 pairs of Skechers. They're really, really comfortable shoes, but not my daily use ones. I use one different brand to daily. Send it back to you. Nice to hear you. K1MCO from the airport.
Buddy, working at the airport. Thanks, Jay. You have a good day. C2NJV.
Good morning, all. KC2NJV. I used to wear Skechers, but they kept falling apart, so they were poorly made. I don't anymore. So I wear regular sneakers. I really don't wear shoes these days, only because I don't have any place to wear them. Have yourself a great day.
Hi, Wayne. Thank you for being there. Joe in Claremont, KM4WZD. Morning, Joe.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Mark. Good morning to the crew. You can put me in the affirmative column. I have 2 pairs. One of them, they're a little bit embarrassing because I've worn them so much. They look pretty beaten up, but they just keep on going. And the other pair is a little bit more of a dressy sort of a thing. In fact, that's kind of what I'm going to be wearing to work today. Happy Thursday, all. It's KM4WZD. Back to net.
Joe's having a Sketcher day. Richard, and for RSM.
Good morning, Dick, and everyone on the Brew crew. I do have a pair of Skechers slip-ons. I had shoulder surgery a couple of years ago. Shoulder's fine, and I still enjoy wearing the shoes. Back to you.
Thank you, Richard. Good morning to Clark. I think I heard you on before the net, KK7DY.
Mark and the rest of the Brew crew, that would be a no. Back to net control, KK7GY.
Find out about Carrie in Scotland. GM4CAR. Good morning.
GM5CAR returning. Good morning, Dick. Good morning to everybody on the Brew crew. Great to hear you all. And the answer to today's question is no. GM5CAR back to net control.
No. All right. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Syracuse, New York. Good morning, Charles. KD2YUY.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody else listening in on the Brew. Put me down in the no column. My sneakers have laces. We do a lot of hiking and walking, and I don't want those coming off in the middle of the woods. 73, all back to net control, KD2, YUY.
No, didn't want his foot to fall out. Charlie, good morning. Sun City, Florida, NA2B.
Good morning, Dick. Everybody on the net, Birdie and I in Tampa Bay. Got a 50-degree morning here this morning. Certainly a lot easier to live with. 70 response to the hours would be you wear Skechers. I don't. I'm on a fixed income, and my go-to store for shoes is Walmart. HI. Back to you, Dick. WB2JPQNA 2B.
Exactly. Got you down for Walmart. Norm in South Wales, NY1US. Good morning.
Being Dick and Mark on the Brew Crew this morning, and the answer for me is yes. I have a couple pairs of those, and the original manufacturer too, Kizik, K-I-Z-I-K. I found those online, and they also have the heels, so you can just push your foot right in. I have no shoehorns or anything like that. So everybody have a great day, and back to you, Dick.
Thanks, Norm. K4POI, good morning, Ed.
Good morning, and good morning, everybody. Yes, I've got a pair of Skechers, and I happen to love them. I didn't think I would. I saw them at Costco on sale a year or so ago. Since I've ordered a couple more pair. No, they make life very simple, especially when you're in a hurry. They're easy to get on, easy to get off. And I think they're just great.
Thanks, Ed. Good morning to Lou, K4EPS.
Hey, good morning, Dick, and everyone else on the net. KA4EPS Lake Forest Beach, Florida, 63 degrees. And just like Ed said, I got a pair as well from Costco, and I do find it convenient to slip on. So have a good day, Dick, KA4EPS.
Thank you, Lou. And I said earlier, we're getting a lot of favorable comments on your South Florida repeaters connected to ECR for our nets. So thank you for what you're doing for us and for the people that are in South Florida, letting them get out. Probably take a little while for word to get out that you're connected to the net, but put it out on Facebook and getting some good comments. Gary, let's stay in Florida for a minute. Gary, K4HBT, good morning. Gary, we have to assume that was you. We heard nothing. It was just noise, so we're going to mark you in and out, else you can get to a better spot and try it again. I was going to take some radio check-ins, but I got a few. I'm just going to keep going here. Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, N3DQD.
Good morning, Dick, Mark, the rest of the crew, N3DQD here. No, I do not own Skechers, and I must confess, I was fighting the urge to answer in the manner of James, AA3JW. N3DQD, back to net.
James will be up here, I'm sure. Good morning, Chuck, Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Good morning, Dick, Mark, and everybody on the Brew there. Yes for me there, Dick. Very comfortable shoes. And with that, have a great day. W3CBE.
Another yes. Good morning to Mark, N0CKV, and I hope we see you tonight at the M1KE get-together.
Morning, Dick, Mark, the rest of the Brew crew, everybody else on the net. I'll be there at the M1KE get-together. And as to the question, my wife and I both have pairs. They're very comfortable. Everybody have a great Thursday, and N0CKV back to net.
See you tonight, Mark. Probably your turn to bring donuts anyway. Joel, KC2GRN.
Good morning, Dick and Mark and everybody on the Morning Brew. An answer to the question is yes, I have several pairs of Skechers, and that's the shoe that's going to make shoehorns obsolete. Anyway, everybody have a great day. KC2, GRM back to net.
All right. That's a good way of putting it, Joel. WB3EYR.
Good morning, Dick, Mark, everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. This is KB3EYR, and negative to the question. With that, I hope you have a great day. Back to net control.
And there's a no. Brian in Corfu. Good morning, Brian. Boy, I sure hope you can come up on June 20th to our meet and greet up to Buffalo. It's an hour drive for you. I'd love to have you come up and meet some of the gang. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dick and Mark, everyone else in ECR land. It's a Saturday, and I think I'm coming back from Baltimore. I'll be in Baltimore for a hazardous materials conference, unfortunately. I won't be able to make it, but I would love to another time. And for the Skechers, that's a negative. I'm a hey dude guy. Back to you guys. Everyone have a wonderful day.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. I'd love to have you come up here and join us. Herbert, KC3UUK.
Yeah, this is KC3UUK. It would be a negative for me. I do not have Skechers. With that being said, everybody have a blessed day. Hope the weather's getting better for everybody out there. KC3UUK, back to the net.
Thank you, Herbert. Jimmy, Wakalucha. However, I know that's not right, but KD9YUZ. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody out there on the Brew. You're close enough, Dick. Wakarusa, that's fine. As to the Skechers, yes, I absolutely love them and would recommend them to anybody. After spending the majority of my life in work boots, I thought they were probably cheap pieces of trash that would fall apart right away, but I've got one pair now that I've been wearing almost continuously for 3 years, and they are very durable. With that said, everybody have a blessed day. KD9YUZ back.
Right, nice public service announcement, Jimmy. Thanks for being there. Dan in Sterling Heights, WA8PGV.
Morning, Dick, and everybody on the Brew. This is WA8PGV, Dan in Sterling Heights. No on the Skechers, but I was wondering, with 37 text check-ins this morning, is that anywhere near a record? Back to you, Whiskey Apple 8, Papa Golf Victor.
No, I think the record is about 65. Let's see how the day goes. I think about 65 is our record. There'll be more coming. All right, let's get to some radio check-ins. Sorry to keep everybody waiting. I know I lied. I said I was going to go back and forth, and then I only had 6 left, so I said I might just as well finish it. So, anybody anywhere on a radio, we'd like to get you in here. Let you say good morning. This is Dick, 29 past the hour, WB2JPQ.
Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile.
K4, Kilo Oscar 4, India Hotel, Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, India Hotel, Mike.
K4 GDS, K4 GDS. W8 WHK, W8 WHK.
Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray Juliet.
Kilo Quebec 4, uniform X-ray Juliet. In and out at negative on the question.
Kilo Romeo 4, India Hotel Juliet. Kilo Foxtrot. Kilo Romeo 4, India Hotel Juliet. VLK. N2 VLK.
K9 TJS, in and out.
Kilo 5, Mike Papa Hotel, K5 MPH, in and out. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, KB8 PLV, Chris.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra.
Juliet.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra.
Tango Juliet. November 1, Whiskey Echo Bravo, N1 WEB. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Victor Mike Charlie. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Victor Mike Charlie. I don't know if I got in the first time, but I'm going to try it again.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta India Quebec, KD6DIQ, in and out.
For Golf 8, Whiskey, Victoria, Victoria, for Golf 8, Whiskey, Victoria, Victoria. Good morning, in and out from the Philippines.
Golf Uniform Yankee. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. Guy and Harvey.
Kilo Delta 3, Bravo, Foxtrot Echo. Kilo Delta 3, Bravo, Foxtrot Echo.
VA3 ZSR, this is Victor Alpha 3, Zulu Sierra Romeo. KC3 TBV, Kilo Charlie 3, Tango Bravo Victor, in and out.
All right, let me hold up here. Just before Roger called in the KC3 TBV, there was a VE3. The VE3 station near the end here, please, only.
This is VA3 KTJ, Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, Kilo Tango Juliet. This is VA3 ZSR, Victor Alpha 3, Zulu Sierra Romeo.
I think we're still missing the V3 KTJ, Mark. V3 KTJ. And, oh, we got him up the list. Oh, he's way up. Okay, he must have called in twice. I'm sorry. A VA3 ZSR. We got you. We got Roger, Manchester, Maryland. We got Mike in Buffalo, and that's why you didn't hear the last VE, Mark. He was locally in Buffalo. KD3 BFE. We got you, Parkland, Maryland. We got Guy, KJ5 GUY. Good morning to Nick in the Philippines. We got you. Our friend Todd, KD6DIQ, is in and out this morning. Yes, Tim, we got you. Maybe not the first time, but we got you the second there in Lincoln, Nebraska, KF0ZMC. Web and 1WEB. Up at the top, I guess you must have called in twice. CH3KTJ. Chris in Novine. Jeff in Lancaster, New York. Good morning to you, Jeff. We'll get with you in just a minute. We got Michael at K5PM MPS, who was in and out, not going to stick with us this morning. 3YBS. We got Philip in Alabama, KR4IHJ. And KJ from Charlotte, North Carolina, KQ4UXJ, was in and out with us this morning. You have a nice day. Bill in Fort Myers will be coming up in just a minute. We got Don, KO4IHM. And Gil, you're right up at the top of the list this morning. But you couldn't beat out James in Spring, Texas. We're all waiting to hear good morning from James, AA5JW. James, good morning, and I'm sure you've heard our morning brew question today. Skechers shoes, yes or no?
Well, good morning, Dick and Mark. Thank y'all for running that this morning. And good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring Mobile in Houston for work today. And, you know, Dick, sometimes you got to give the people what they want. And so here I am. And, you know, it's good to be heard. To the question at hand, no, I do not own Skechers. I don't think I've ever owned Skechers, honestly, but hearing everybody talk about them, maybe I need to go pick up a pair because it sounds like it's a very comfortable shoe. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to Ned. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Well, thank you, James. Thank you for having fun with us in the morning. Good morning to Gil, K4GDS.
Good morning, Dick, and everyone on the brew. I wear almost exclusively Skechers. They have wide sizes, which I need, and they meet that requirement. And they've got these new shoes out with reinforced and kind of sloped heels that make it real easy to slide it on. So I really like those. So I think almost every pair I have is Skechers today. And don't remember, tonight, 8 p.m. in the Zoom room is the M1KE peer discussion. Come out and join us, and whether you have a unit, thinking about a unit, or even hate the unit, come join us and we'll talk about it. K4GDS, back to net.
Hopefully we'll have a good time tonight. A lot will show up and we'll have some good discussions. Thank you for doing that. Donald, KO4IHM.
Good morning, Dick, and everyone on the Brew Crew this morning. I'm here in Roseboro, North Carolina, where we're 55 degrees and rain today and tomorrow. And as far as the question, Skechers, no, do not own any. Kim.
Maybe next week we'll have to find out who went out and bought them after today. Good morning, Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida, W8WHK.
Well, good morning to you and everybody else. It's 43 degrees here in Southwest Florida. Still a little chilly, well, 45 by now. But it's a beautiful day coming. Sun's coming up. Anyway, I don't have a pair of Skechers right now. I had one in the past, but I just wore them so much, I wore them out and haven't gotten around to getting another pair. And now that I'm thinking about it, I might run out and get a pair, or at least look at them. Okay, with that forecast, I'm going to
sit and listen a little more, and then we got some things to do today. So this is WHK 73, and back to Dick as net control.
Thanks, Bill. Oh, I had you in, and I was all ready to put yes down. I just thought you were a Sketcher kind of guy. How about Philip, KR4IHJ?
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Brew Crew. I'm not sure who's logging for you, so but appreciate you what you do for the crew and ECR. Answer to the Skechers is no. I'm a Hoka's guy. I have them on right now. Actually, even wear them to work. They got wide bases. They're very comfortable. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Skechers, although I think they're great shoes. But I don't. The answer for me is no. So this is KR4IHJ. Back to net.
Thank you, Phil. Mark is in here, KE2EDS. He's logging this morning for us and doing a great job as he always does. Bill in Dunville, VA3YBS. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick and Mark, and thanks for doing the net this morning. It's 57 degrees here in Cape Canaveral, Florida, and I'm wearing my Skechers right now. I got a pair for Christmas, and they're just great. They slip on and off so easy, and they're very comfortable. Fit me really well. So anyway, thanks again for doing the net. This is VA3YBS.
We got you down in the S column. Let's move back down into the States. Let's go to Jeff in Lancaster, N2VLK. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Dick and Mark and everybody on the net here. Hope you all have a good day. I do own one pair, and I use them exclusively when I go on the boat. With that, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you guys for what you do. I appreciate it. N2VLK.
Jeff, hope you can make the meet and greet on June 20th. We're going to be sending out Save the State flyers first of the month, so we'll get you on that. You'll have something to hang on your wall as a reminder. Chris, good morning. KB8PLV. It was nice meeting you in the Zoom room the other day. Good morning.
Brew, and those running it behind the scenes. It's a nice way to start off the day. It's 21 degrees outside the Motor City, and I do wear Skechers. When someone tells you it's a comfortable shoe, you got to try. Everyone have a good week. This is KB8PLV. Back to that.
Thumbs up for you, Chris. Yes, thank you very much. Jenzik, VA3KTJ.
Good morning, Dick, Mark, and everyone on the net. This is VA3KTJ. Put me down for dog column. I don't have Skechers shoes. Have a great day, everyone. I'm back to net control. This is VA3KTJ.
Thanks, Jenzik. Let's go on to Webb, Collierville, Tennessee. Now, you are a Sketcher guy, Webb. I just know you. I just know that. N1WEB.
Thank you, Dick, and thank you, Mark, for logging. No, Dick, you got this one wrong. I don't have Skechers, but this whole conversation is very intriguing. You know, I didn't realize they were so popular, but if they're comfortable, I've got to give them a try. My feet hurt most of the time and most of the shoes I wear, so I'm always up for something new. You know, I got flat feet, I guess. And one WEP back to the net.
Well, I stole this question from Roger, KO4QMM. I didn't really steal it. He said I could use it today and today only. If I didn't use it today, it had to go back to him. So when he comes on here, we'll have to thank him. I thought it was a good question. Good morning, Tim in Lincoln, Nebraska, KF0VMC. You're sounding this morning, Tim.
Morning, Dick, and everybody in the Brew crew, and even out there listening. I thank you for having me today. I do own a pair of Skechers, so that's a yes. And I'm going to turn you back to the net. This is Kilo Foxtrot, 0 Victor Mike Charlie. Clear.
Hey, thanks, Tim. You're sounding good. It's all good. Guy, Harvey, Louisiana, KJ5GUY. Good morning, Guy. And this is Dick, WB2JPQ, 46 past the hour.
Morning, everybody on the Brew Cruise, KJ5 Golf Uniform Yankee. Today's question, yeah, I do own a couple pairs, actually. One for work and one for standby in case the other one gets messed up. Wife also has a pair or two of Skechers, and they are extremely comfortable. I own slip-on ones, and man, I tell you, as they say, it's about as good as discovery of sliced bread, man. They're awesome. Back to you, Net Control, KJ5 Golf Uniform Yankee.
Well, thank you, Guy. We got you down for a yes. Parkland, Maryland, KD3BFE. Good morning, Elliot.
KD3BFE. Hey, thanks for running the net. And good morning. That'd be a negative on the Skechers. My wife used to have a pair years ago, but no more. Thanks for running the net. Everybody have a great day. 73 KD3 BFE. Clear.
Right. No more for Parkland, Maryland. Mike in Buffalo, KE2FLO. Certainly we want to see you at the meet and greet on June 20th. Good morning, Mike.
I think you said Mark there running the logs and everybody else out there on the morning brew this morning. As far as Skechers, yes, I do have a couple pairs. I actually wear them to work. I find them to be comfortable and breathable. I work outside a lot in the summertime. I wear the hardtop ones, so yeah, I like them. They're comfortable and breathable. And with that, I will say back to you this morning, KE2FLO.
Mike, and yes, Mark, KE2EDS is in here. Vicky's out on assignment this morning for a while. VA3ZSR, good morning.
Good morning to everyone, and good morning to the net. Skechers, yeah, I was familiar with them as a kid. Seemed like a kid shoe to get. They're on as more of an orthopedic shoe, more comfortable shoe, and as I would say, durable shoe. Right now, I'm still in a state where shoes have to be fashionable with what I wear based off of what my wife says. So I exclusively wear Nike and Jordan right now. So that's a no for me. Back to net.
Thank you for being with us. Let's go to Allen Park, Michigan. Good morning, Elmer.
Morning, JU Mobile. Yeah, I have a pair of Skechers hiking boots. They are amazingly comfortable, lightweight. 5 NJU back.
Thank you, Elmer. You're at the end of the string there on the GM repeater, but we heard your answer yes and hiking boots, so we got you in. Gary, Woodhaven, Michigan, N8ZFH.
Morning, Dick, Mark, and the crew, and please put me down for a yes. They're the greatest invention since the 2-foot-long shoehorn. Please check me in and out. N8ZFH, back to net.
What rumor has it that these replaced the 2-foot-long shoehorn, Gary? And I have a couple of the 2-foot-long shoehorns. Charles, good morning. KR4AEG.
No pictures. I've never owned a pair. KR4AEG, back to net control.
Charles. Randy. Hope we get 2 RBC. Randy, what's it going to be? Are you got your kind of guy?
Good morning, Dick, Mark, and everyone on the Morning Brew. No, I don't wear Skechers shoes. I really prefer Sperry topsiders. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Randy. Scott in Jamestown. I know we just talked about it in the Zoom room, and I don't know what your answer was. Good morning again.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning, Mark, and everybody out there today. I have a great pair of Romeos that I wear every day, and I have a few other pair of Skechers too. So, I have a fat foot. So, yes, I have several pairs. Over to you.
Thank you, Scott. Mike in Sebring, KB2UDB. Boy, I heard a couple guys on the system the other day from over your way, Mike, and they were getting ready to put an all-star note. It sounded like on a repeater over in that area. So you might have repeater coverage sometime soon, I'm hoping. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, and the Brew Crew. Answer your question, yes, I own one pair, and I'm glad I got that pair. I was talked into getting that pair. I was on my feet a lot, doing a lot of walking, and I'll tell you what, they are the comfortable shoes that I could ever have on my feet for doing a lot of walking. So instead of wearing sneakers or boots, I put those on, and when I go to Hamfest and stuff, and I'll tell you what, I would not be without them for doing a lot of walking. So I recommend anybody that does walking on their feet that they can get a pair. Try it out. Can't go wrong. All right. Thanks. And we'll have to keep our eyes out for that node. Thanks for doing the net. We'll talk to you later. It's 35 degrees here. It's going to be 80 today, and we're going to start going back to normal temps. So everybody take care. We'll send some up your way. KB2, you be back to net.
Mike, yeah, we can use some warmer weather. I'm at 20, I guess 19 or 20 here. But, hey, it's the end of February. It's going to start getting better, March. So, thanks for being there. Columbia, South Carolina, KQ4EFY. Good morning, Tim.
Thank you, Dick. This is KQ4EFY, Tim, in Columbia, South Carolina. And no, I don't own any Skechers, but I'm probably going to look at getting some after this net. Back to net control.
They took our audio file and put a little clip, all these little comments together. They could we could make a commercial for them. Thanks, Tim. Let's go down to Hollywood. Good morning, Don, W4PPX.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody on the Brew crew this morning. Answer is yes, I have two pair. I got a lace-ups for when I go walking in the morning, and I slip-ons for the other day. We're still working on trying to get this Hollywood repeater problem fixed, so first, trying to get a hold of the doctor. W4PPX, back to you, Dick.
Well, that's what I had. Seymour and Walter were going up today. It's not an all-star problem that we can see. We're not getting a COR from the repeater. They're telling me that the repeater's working. So I'm guessing the last time the doctor might have been up there, did he hit a cable? Did the DB9 come out, something like that? It seems to be between the interface from the all-star node and the local repeater. So it doesn't sound serious. That's my guess. So I guess they're going up there today, from what I can gather. And as far as the Motorola repeater is concerned, they're out of data. They're not going to be back up until March 3rd. Got an email last night. So guys are going to be down at the mercy of somebody down there. The Villages. Good morning, Kenneth. AB4KT.
Yeah, good morning to everybody from the Villages, Florida, AB4KT here. No, I have never owned a pair of Skechers. Didn't even think about it until now, I guess. Everybody enjoy their day. 7-3. Back to net.
It's a no for Kenneth. How about you, Edward? KB1LUO.
Good morning, all, from sunny Bangor, Maine. It's 28 degrees up here right now, and hopefully it's going to be melting a little bit of the snow. So I have owned Skechers in the past. I don't really have a good reason why I don't own them now. I would own them again, so they weren't very comfortable. So I guess with that, I'll send it back to you, Dick. Thank you very much, and 730.
Thanks, Edward. Let's move on to Al, K8BAC. What's going to be this morning, buddy?
Good morning, Dick, Mark, everybody in the Brew crew. Yeah, I got some Skechers steel-toed work shoes. They're pretty darn comfortable. I like them. Hope everybody's having a great day. Catch you back here in the morning. K8BAC. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you, Al. Good morning to my friend Scott, W2BLT.
Dick, Mark, and everybody on the net, absolutely, Skechers are wonderful, and when you're walking on ice or in the snow, they don't slip. I've got two pair and love them. Everybody have a great day. This is W2BLT.
Ooh, and that came from Scott, so it's got to be good, folks. Good morning, Bob, my neighbor across the field, KC2JZ.
Everyone on the net, no Skechers here. I wear something called Hoka, H-O-K-A. Nice and comfortable. They look good. Have a good day, everyone. Back to net, KC2JZ.
Whatever works, Bob. Thanks for being there. KJ5LJJ, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brew crew. Right now, I do not own any Skechers. I hadn't had a chance to get me any, but I heard a lot about them. I would have to try them. But my wife usually buys all my clothes. I have to pass the message to her. Back to you, Net Control. KJ5LJJ.
We got you down in the no column. I'll have to look at the pie chart, see how we're doing here. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to take Glenn in Glen Burnie, Maryland, and I'm going to turn it over to Bill, and he's going to do the last hour. So Glenn, good morning, N3LLY.
Well, good morning back to you, Dick, and the rest of the crew.
No, I don't have a pair of Skechers. I have this whole pair of Vans slip-on shoes that I've been working for about 5 years now. So I figure when those finally wear out, I'll probably get a pair of Skechers. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful day. From N3LLY here in Maryland. Back to you, Dick.
Thanks, Glenn. We'll have a good day, everyone. Be back up tomorrow for the open at 7 o'clock, and we will go back to memory lane tomorrow. I think we have a good question for tomorrow, which will take us back. Everybody seems to like memory lane Friday, and we'll be doing the second cup. And you can ask us a couple of questions. Talk about what's on your... Billy, take it away, my friend. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
All right, Dick, thank you, everybody, and good job, as always. Love the question this morning. Skechers or no? Do you wear Skechers or not? We're going to go on to K4, MMX Craig, Oakland Park, California, or Florida. Good morning, Craig. Do you wear Skechers?
Good morning, everyone. I tried them one time, but not suitable for work. Shoes can fall off, etc. So my answer will be no, never again. K4 MMX, back to net.
All right, Craig, we got you as an O. Let's go back up the list to N1COR. Adam, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Good morning, Adam.
This is Adam, Fergus Falls, N1COR. Thanks for doing that this morning. I actually had to check my shoes and see what they were. I know they were pretty comfortable, and indeed they are Skechers. I just wear them around the office, and they got a gel sole, so I love them. So yeah, put a yes down for me, and thanks for doing the net this morning. Have a great day, everyone. Back to net control, N1COR.
All right, Adam, we got you for a yes on the log. Let's move on to Jim, E83TQ. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Bill and Mark and the rest of the Brew crew. I'm pretty sure that Skechers slip-ons are a rite of passage. I think mine came with my first Social Security check. Yes, I do have some Skechers. Back to you, KD3ATQ.
All right, Jim, thanks for checking in. Great morning. Next on to Daryl, Lubbock, Texas, KC5CZA.
Well, good morning to everybody on the Brew. No Skechers for me, not at all. So back to that KC5CZX.
All right, Daryl, thanks for checking in. All right, time for some more check-ins. Do you wear Skechers, yes or no? We'll take general check-ins. Remember to say your call sign twice and slowly.
Whiskey 5 Delta Bravo Sierra. Whiskey 5 Delta Bravo Sierra.
Kilo India. Control. Kilo 2, Kilo India. November 1, Hotel Charlie. November 1, Hotel Charlie.
K8, K8,
Bravo 2, Bravo Oscar. Bravo Oscar, November.
Net control. November 3, Sierra Quebec Romeo, N3 SQR.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot's pedestrian mobile.
AR4, DHI, North Carolina.
QDY and 6QDY, in and out.
AR4, DHI, North Carolina.
5, India Mike Whiskey, KJ5, RMW, mobile.
Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
All right, we got a good list started there. Let's go to mobiles real quick. We had KG5I, Robert out of Houston, Texas. Good morning, Robert. Robert, you still with us?
Kilo Juliet 5, November Zulu Alpha, mobile. Kilo Juliet 5, Zulu Alpha, mobile.
All right, we'll put 5IMW mobile as an in and out. And we'll go to Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Frank, VA3CRF as mobile. Vern, are you with us?
Good morning, Bill and Mark and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. I am out walking right now. Temperature is 10, so it's a little cool, but nice, beautiful sunlight this morning. In terms of the question of the day, yes, I do enjoy using Skechers. They're comfortable, they're light. With the amount of walking I do, I go through them pretty quickly, though. And usually to replace them, I'll go to like Costco or Ross, Dress for Less. Hope that everyone has a great day. Thanks for doing it. VA3CRF.
Thanks for checking in. You have a great day as well. All right, let's start at our list here. Bottom to top, we had Frank, Sugarland, Texas. We have In and Out. We have N6QDY, David from Sacramento, California. We have Kevin from Fayetteville, North Carolina. We have Joseph from Deerfield Beach, Florida. We had a call sign with the letters BON. If you're out there, can you check in real quick?
Yes, the call is Kilowatt Bravo 2, a Bravo last year, November. Kilowatt 2, Bravo last year, November.
Thank you. KE8BKY Vicky, you can check in now. What do you wear Skechers or not?
Good morning. No Skechers for me. KE8BKY.
I do. I have multi-trim sneakers, and sandals, and slip-ins. The only thing I have that isn't Skechers is winter boots. Okay, me to the line.
All right, Vicky, thanks for checking in. The last station I checked in, I hadn't called on you yet. Can you say your call sign? All right, we move on. Then we have Horace, Milton, Vermont. And then we go to the top of the list. KDKI, Bob out of Highgate Center, Vermont. What say you, Bob? Well, Bob, if you were trying to check in, we did not copy you, so you can try again later. Let's move up to 5 DBS David out of Houston, Texas. Do you wear Skechers or not? Yes or no?
great big Texas howdy to everybody on the Brew crew. Appreciate what you do. No Skechers for me. Believe the wife has about a closet full of them, but no Skechers for me. Back to the net. Thank you.
All right, we got you in the log, and thank you for checking. Next, we go down to N3SQR, Joseph at Deerfield Beach, Florida. Good morning.
Why, good morning, Brew crew. It's a beautiful day down here in South Florida, and a little bit of an overcast, but the iguanas have stopped falling from the trees, so that is big news around here. You don't get hit by one inadvertently, but you know, it's funny, I am very old-fashioned. I have, right now I'm wearing Keen, and they are so well built, they last for like 5 or 6 years. Then when the soles finally wear out, I just get a new sole put on them. But I am going to, you know, consider these Skechers because I do need a big, what's called a toe box, and I think Skechers has that. So that's that. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised I don't have an old pair of Buster Browns. I always liked that dog of Buster Brown. I never knew who was Buster Brown. Was it the kid or the dog? I have no idea. That'll keep me awake at night. N3SQR, back to net control.
All right, thanks for checking in, and have a good morning. We move on to Horace, Milton, Vermont. N1HC. Good morning, Horace.
Good morning to all on the net. I will have to tell you that about 5 years ago, I discovered them. My wife was in the hospital. She needed a pair of something easy to put on. I found a pair of Skechers. I didn't know anything about them, but they seemed to just get the description at a Kohl's store. I bought them for her. But I was so impressed with them that I bought myself a pair. Well, I think I now own about 5 pairs. Over the years, I've gotten different sizes and widths and so forth, but the most recent pair I've got is just fantastic, and I wear those pretty much exclusively. In fact, I got to figure out exactly what size combination I bought, because they just, somebody said no shoehorns, and well, that's exactly right. The others I have to have, I still carry a shoehorn in my pocket, and I put those on with the aid of a shoehorn so I don't ruin the tobacco. But the others I just walk up and slip my feet in, and doggone things stick with me. Yeah, they're great. And just for Bob up there in Highgate, we're going to have to get you some a little more horsepower there, because you were pretty much all noise until about the last few seconds. I could, and hopefully we'll see you at the Hamfest there this Saturday. Anyway, back to that. That's my 2 cents worth. But the other thing is, like I say, you don't have to, no more tying shoes for me. Bending over my belly and reaching my feet is just too much of a pain in the butt anyway. Back to that.
All right, Horace, thanks for checking in. And you talked about shoehorns. I think you're aging us a little bit when you talk about those. I remember those things back in the day. Anyways, have a great day, and thank you for checking in. Let's move on to Kevin, Fayetteville, North Carolina, KR4DHI. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, and good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great morning to start with. No, I don't own any Skechers. I've read about them. I currently wear Dockers and Reeboks, and with the rock being so bad, the great reviews I've heard this morning about the Skechers, I think I'll go ahead and get me a pair of them. Thanks for running that this morning. We'll turn it back to you. This is KR4DHI.
DXB. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Bill, Mark, everybody in the Brew crew. I'm going to be a no on this one. Thanks for the check-in. Have a great day, KJ. be back to you.
All right, Frank, we got you down in the log. Thank you for checking in. All right, let's acknowledge some of our text check-ins. We've got Alton from Midlothian, Virginia. We've got Roger, Umatilla, Florida. We've got John, Athol Springs, New York. And we've got Randall, Spring, Texas. All right, let's start another list. General check-ins. Please say your call sign twice and slowly.
N2BH. N2BH.
Record 3, and goes off record 3, Echo 7, West Ontario, Canada.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November. N8, MJN in the mobile.
Kilo Charlie 2, Juliet, India Bravo. Kilo Charlie 2, Juliet, India Bravo. Mobile, in and out.
All right, we got room for more check-ins.
Round Rock, Texas.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar. Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK, in the mobile. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot, Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot, Bravo Mike, in and out, good morning.
5 for Charlie Oscar, mobile.
Victor 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, BA3 ERY, in and out 73.
W8 DVD. Whiskey 8 Bravo Papa Delta in and out. KF8 DIC. KF8 Detroit Rock City in and out.
All right, we can stop right there and go back to the top of our list and work our way down. All right, we had in and out KF8 DRC Jack out of Rochester, Michigan. We had W8B PD Brian out of Warren, Michigan, in and out. We had BA3 ERY Eduardo LaSalle, Ontario, Canada, in and out. We have John Killeen, Texas. We have Jose St. Cloud, Florida. Barry Apaca, Florida. We have a text from Tim Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We've got a mobile in and out James from Gowanda, New York. We've got Marston, Sterling Heights, Michigan. And we've got Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Elmira, New York. I'll work our way up to the text check-ins. At the beginning of the list, we've got K5RLR Randall via text from Spring, Texas. Good morning, Randall.
Well, good morning, Bill, and everybody else on the crew. K5, RLR. At some point, yes, I have had Skechers, and they were great. However, my current shoes are Nikes. Hope everybody has a good day. 7-3 to all, and we'll see everybody again here tomorrow. Thanks for running that, Bill. We do appreciate it. K5, RLR, back to you.
All right, thank you for checking in, and I just lost my log. I'm going to need some help back in the Zoom room.
This is Mark, KE2EDS. We're going to grab a mobile. Marston in Sterling Heights, Michigan, N8MJN. Skechers, yes or no?
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Bill, Vicky, everybody on the Morning Brew. This is N8MJN. Yes, I have owned Skechers before, but with that, I'll say 73. Everybody have a great day. Happy Thursday. 73, N8MJN.
All right.
right, this is Scott, N7FGP. I'm going to pick it up here for a little bit. So let's go to our next mobile station. Looks like it's James in Wanda, KC2JIB. Good morning, James. Oh, looks like James is in and out. Okay, let's go to Barry, KQ4ORK. Good morning, Barry.
And the Brew, and a happy Thursday to all. Yes, own Skechers. No, not anymore. Didn't really care for them. My preferred shoe is Irish Setter by Red Wing. Anyway, everybody have a great day. Back to Net Control, 73 KQ4 ORK in the mobile.
All right, Barry, we got you down with a no. We had another mobile station out there in Killeen, Texas, KI5NCO. Good morning, John. Skechers or not?
Get 5 November, Charlie, El Paso, but Skechers no. But hearing a lot of good comments, might have to go check them out. Back to net, KI5NCO.
All right, thank you there. Let's see, let's go up to Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, NW4Q. Good morning, Jim. How are you? All right, well, let's try that again. Jim, in Tennessee, N4W, let me start all over. NW4Q. Good morning, Jim.
All right, there we are. Good morning, sir. My answer would be no. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate all of you.
All right, well, let's see. I'm not sure if we got John up there in New York. Into MLB. Good morning.
Much to my kids' chagrin, or as they say, much to their cringe, I do own a pair of Skechers. I love them. However, in my defense, they are not slip-ons, so I'm not that old yet. And remember, there ain't no T in Skechers. And to MLB, back to net.
All right, John, thank you for checking in tonight. All right, Bill is back, so I'm going to send it back to him. Over to you there, Bill.
All right, thanks, Scott, for filling in for me. Had a little technical error there with my log, everybody. All right, let's move on to Roger, Umatilla, Florida, K04QMM. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Bill and the Brew crew. You can put me down for a yes. Everybody have a good day. KO4QMM, clear.
All right, Roger. Thanks for checking in. Great question, by the way. Let's move on. Miss Lothian, Virginia, K4 JAZ. Good morning, all.
Brew crew. Yes. Finally, I think maybe 3-4 months, my wife took me to the mall, and she she's buying everything for everybody else, so she said, no, you got to get something. So, yeah, okay. I bought me 2 pair of Skechers, and they're comfortable. I can use them. But being 100% retired, I don't wear shoes in the house, so when I go outside, I put them on. Otherwise, all you folks have a good day. All right? KA4JAZ.
All right, all. Thanks for checking in, and have a great day. Next, move on to Doug, Homosassa, Florida. WA8CLG. Good morning, Doug.
This is WA8CLG. Good morning, everybody. And yes, is my answer. I have at least 2 pair of Skechers, and I do like them. I remember, though, wearing a shoe that I thought was the most comfortable shoe I had ever wear, made in San Antonio, Texas. I think they're just called SAS shoes, but they have gotten very expensive, so I switched to Skechers. Everybody have a good one. Back to you, Bill.
All right, Doug, we got you down as a yes. Thank you, and have a great day. Next, move on to Bill, Hobbs, New Mexico. KI5PMI. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill, everybody on the Brew. Yes, I do, and hope everybody has a great day. KI5BMI, back to you now.
Thanks, Bill, for checking in. Have a great day. Let's move on to the big man on campus, N2BH, Bill, Palmyra, New York. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill, Mark, everybody. I do have a pair of Skechers sneakers. Haven't worn them in quite a while. The way this winter's going, probably won't wear them for a while yet. And heading out to my Thursday morning breakfast. Hope everybody has a great day. Heading to BH.
All right, Bill. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later in the Zoom room, most likely. All right, let's talk to Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada, BE3TGN. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Nick. It's over in Havoc. Yes, I definitely the answer is no. I just got strapped with with either pull a strap over top with 2 look at that. The answer is no. No Skechers. BE3TGN. Back to that control.
Thanks for checking in, and have a great day. Next, we move on to Jose, St. Cloud, Florida, KO4FBM. Good morning, Jose. Jose, St. Cloud, Florida. You still with us? All right, we'll put Jose as an in and out, and if he wants to check in later, we'll let him do that. All right, let's do some more check. Any Echo Link, DMR, any other digital stations out there? We'll take general check-ins. Remember, twice and slowly. And the question of the day is, do you wear Skechers, yes or no?
K9DTE, Delta Tango Echo, Mobile.
82 IWN, KD2 IWN. KB0 GUF, KB0.
This is Kilo 8 Victor Delta, Kilo 8 Victor Delta, Mobile.
This is KR4JYW Mobile. That's Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Yankee Whiskey.
This is AA2AR,
Alpha 2 AR.
Do we have any more check-ins? We got more room? All right, we'll start from that list. Let's go to our mobile stations. We had a K9 DTE station that checked in mobile, but we didn't get the full call sign. Can you try that again?
Sir, Kilo, Niner, Delta, Tango, Echo, K9 DTE, Southern Illinois. First time check-in here, and no, I do not currently own a pair of Skechers. I have in the past, and they're great shoes. 73's all, back to net.
All right, Edward, thank you for checking in for the first time. And if you've got an email and QR sent, we'll send you out a welcome letter from the East Coast Reflector. And have a great day. Let's move on to KB8, or pardon me, K8BD, Michael, as a mobile check-in from Spring, Texas. Good morning, Michael.
Morning, net control and everybody else on the net. I never own a pair of Skechers shoes. Back to net control.
All right, Michael, thanks for checking in. Have a great day. Next mobile, let's move on to Sean from Columbus, Georgia, KR4JYW. Good morning, Sean.
Well, good morning to you. This is my first time checking in on this net. Currently, I do not own any Skechers. The last pair I had fell apart really quick, and they were too expensive to fall apart, so I started just buying the Walmart $20 go-get-ems off of the shelf. So that's where I'm at in life. Oh, well.
All right, John, welcome to the East Coast Reflector. And I encourage you to review our website, eastcoastreflector.com. And if you do, it does not appear you have an email at QRZ.com. But if you do look at the East Coast Reflector, you'll find out all the information about our website and all the different things that you can do. So I encourage you to do that. And have a great day. All right, more check-ins are coming in, and we'll go to the bottom of our list. We have Mike from Grossmont, Michigan. We have Lauren from Conroe, Texas. Frank from Lancaster, Texas. Leo from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. George from East Islip, New York. William from Hamburg, New York. We have we have John from South St. Paul, Minnesota. We have Tim from Hamburg, New York. We have Jack from Rochester, Michigan, in and out. We have we have Brian from Warren, Michigan, in and out, and we have Eduardo from LaSalle, Ontario, Canada, in and out. And let's go to the top of our list. We have KD2IW and Tim from Hamburg, New York.
Well, good morning to everybody on the net this morning. Nice mellow day, and we're headed for some good weather finally here in western New York. Yes, I own several pair of Skechers, dress style shoes, casual shoes, and a pair of sneakers, and even some that came in camo. I love them. They seem to last and last and last. This last gentleman who had a pair fall apart just had some bad luck. And I'm wearing a pair right now. So, very good. 70. Enjoy the rest of your day. KD2IWN.
All right, Tim. Have a great day, and thank you for checking in. Next, we'll move on to John, South St. Paul, New York, KB0. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. KB0GUF. I'm wearing a pair of Skechers right now, and they're the most comfortable shoes I can find. So, have a good day. Thanks for having me. KB0GUF. Clear.
All right, John. Hopefully you're staying warm up there in South St. Paul. I'm actually from Minnesota, but I'm down here in Arizona for the next couple months. All right, let's move on to William, Hamburg, New York, AA2AR. Good morning, William.
Good morning to all. Thanks for accepting my check-in for my new QTH. Actually, this is the first time I've been on the radio since I moved. Do wear Skechers at my age, at 81. I need something that I can slip into. In fact, I wear them currently, and as long as the snow here in North Boston is under 3 inches, I can wear them outside. Thank you again. I say good morning to everybody on the net, and I'll turn it back to net control. This is AA2AR, clear.
All right, William, thanks for checking in. Have a great day. Next, we move on to Joe, East Islip, New York, K2AP. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Bill, and good morning to the net. My answer is yes, I do have Skechers shoes. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and stay out of the snow. This is K2AP back.
All right, we got you in the log. Thanks for checking in. Next, we move on to Leo, Florida, K4ITA. Good morning, Leo.
Good morning. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Mark. Morning from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. Bit cloudy today, 69 degrees, getting back to normal. And the answer is no, don't have that. Everybody, great day. This is K4ITA.
All right, Leo, thank you. We got you in the log. Just a reminder of the question of the day. Do you wear Skechers? The question is, do you wear Skechers? Yes or no is the answer. We move on to Frank, Lancaster, New York, KC2JPQ. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Bill, and on the net. Yes, I do wear Skechers. I have a few pairs. Love them slip-ons. They're easy on and easy off. So I'll say 7-3, send it back to the net, KC2JPQ.
All right, thank you for checking in. Hey, just a reminder, after today's morning brew at 10 a.m. Eastern, you'll have the 20-meter net Roger on 14.317. Reminder. So, Roger, I'd appreciate it if you show up, and you'll have a pretty good time. They'll have a question of the day as well. Next, let's move on to K5 YNU with Thorn, Conroe, Texas.
Good morning, Bill. Everyone on the morning brew. The answer is no. Back to the net control. Everyone have a blessed day. K5YNU mobile.
All right, Florence. Thanks for checking in and have a great day. Next, let's move on to N8HLN. Mike at Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Coming to you this morning from the village of Florida, where it's a little nicer today, 54 degrees and blue skies. The answer to the question is no, and we'll say 73 to the group, and everyone have a great day. N8HLN.
All right, Mike, thank you very much for checking in, and have a great day. Next, we move on to Carlos, Hollywood, Florida, N1 CBM. Good morning, Carlos.
Morning, Bill, Mark, and the rest of the ECR family. Good morning. 67, partly cloudy down here in Hollywood. And the answer to that question from my part is no. I don't wear any Skechers. I don't have that brand. Back to you, Bill. Everyone have a great day.
All right, Carlos, thanks for checking in, and have a great day as well. Let's move on to Bob, East Coast, Michigan.
KQ8U. Good morning, Bob.
Bill, I got Skechers on right now, but the only kind I wear. Actually, they're probably a week or two old. Everybody have a great day. KQ8U at the net.
All right, Bob, we got you in the log as a yes, and thank you for checking in. Next, we move on to Mark, Hopewell Junction, New York. 2 NYY. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, everybody on the net. WA2NYY. Yes, I have 3 pair. Got 2 pair of slip-ons I wear in the summer and a pair of lace-up boots I've been wearing in the winter. They're all really good. Back to net.
All right, Mark, we got you as a yes down in the log. Thank you for checking in. Have a great day. Next, we move on to Mark, Whitebridge, Tiny, Ontario, Canada. BE3CRT. Good morning, Mark. Mark from Ontario, Canada. BE3CRT. Still. All right, we'll put Mark down as an in and out. All right, we got time for more check-ins. We got about 19 more minutes, so we'll take check-ins. General check-ins, twice and slowly.
Whiskey 8, Lima, Foxtrot Alpha.
Whiskey. Hotel, Bravo Tango.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. November 3, Mike Delta Charlie.
In and out. Kilo, Golf 5, Uniform, Foxtrot Romeo, KG5, UFR.
All right, we still have time for more check-ins. Remember to say your call sign twice and slowly.
Whiskey 3, Bravo Radio Lima. Again, Whiskey 3, Bravo Radio Lima.
All right, we'll stop there and we'll come back and we'll take more check-ins after our Brady, New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Jacob, Farmers Branch, Texas. We've got Richard New from New City, New York. We've got the call sign PT from, I believe, India. And we've got W8LFA, Joseph from Livonia, Michigan. Good morning, Joseph. Do you wear Skechers, yes or no?
Sorry, there's some digital interference going on. W8LFA, I do not wear Skechers, but there's some convincing arguments for one. So I'll leave it at that. I'm more of a dinner boot guy myself, but Skechers in the future. Back to that.
All right, Joseph, thanks for checking and have a great day. We've got W3BRL, Brady out of New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Brady. What say you?
Hey, good morning, everyone on the net. I used to wear Skechers, but I don't anymore. But like the last station there, I forget the name, I apologize. They make some convincing arguments. So I might have to make my way over to a shoe store and pick W3BRL back to net.
All right, thanks for checking in. Have a great day. Next we move on to Michael, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. N3 MDC. Good morning, Michael.
Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. I used to wear Skechers as well, but now I wear, well, my foot's so narrow. I wear Asics now, and I also wear Brooks because my sister in Florida has a contract with Brooks shoes, so I now wear Asics and wear Brooks. So I used to wear Skechers, but when I was a teenager, but not anymore. Back to net control in 3 and be safe.
All right, Michael, have a great day, and thank you for checking in. We got you down as a no and a log. Next, we move on to KG5UFR. Jacob, Farmers Branch, Texas. Good morning, Jacob.
Well, good morning, KG5UFR. Jacob here in Farmers Branch, Texas. And thanks for picking me up today. I historically have worn Skechers. In fact, I have a real cool blue pair of high-top Skechers, but I don't wear them every day. But I do wear them frequently. So I guess put me down for a yes. Back to net control. This is KG5UFR.
All right, Jacob, thanks for checking in, and have a great day. We got you as a yes and a log. Next, we move on to Ypsilanti, Michigan. Dave from WAB8ODF. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dave in sunny Ypsilanti, Michigan, 30 miles west of Detroit on I-94. And please put me down for a no. Not to my knowledge have I ever worn Skechers. This is Dave, WB8ODF. Have a great rest of the day.
All right, Dave, thanks for checking in. Good to hear your voice. We'll maybe see you in the Zoom room later on. All right, let's move on. We've got about 13 minutes. We've got time for more check-ins. Check-ins out there, any digital check-ins or Echolink check-ins, and we'll take general check-ins as well. Please say your call sign twice and slowly.
WB2GLW. Whiskey Bravo 2 Gulf London Whiskey.
6, Kilo Oscar 6, Mike November. Bravo 4, Delta X-Ray, WB4DX, Mobile.
Kilo Juliet 5, November Uniform Lima. Kilo Juliet 5, November Uniform Lima.
K4 HBT, Kilo 4, Hotel Bravo Tango.
Mike November, Kilo Oscar 6, Mike November.
All right, let's work that list. All right, let's go to our mobile station first. Let's go to WB4DX John out of the Villages. John, what say you? What is it? Skechers, yes or no?
Good morning, WB4DX. Yes, Skechers I have. I used to do Merrells. Merrells were pretty good. But I'm just doing Skechers right now. 7-3, WB4DX.
All right, John, thanks for checking in and have a great day.
We had a call sign KJ5AIX. We had an error show up. Can you come and check it again? All right, we'll work our way back up the list. And Donnie from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, check in. Rick from the Villages. Daryl, Concord, New Hampshire. And we had Gary from Inverness, Florida. We had Devin from Austin, Texas. We had John from the Villages. We had Ed from San Jose, California. We had Mike from Lake Sonoma, New York. We had, and we'll start from there. Mike from Sonoma, New York, WB2GLW. And I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly, but what say you, Skechers or not?
On the Skechers, Lake Ronkonkoma. I have a query for the net. Can I make it, please?
If you answer the question of the day, we'll see what we can let you. Go ahead, Mike. What's your query?
I am looking for donations of QST or QEX ARL publications for an Elmer program I have going on at my house. I have two young gentlemen I am training. I want them to go home with independent reading on ham radio, maybe even an old handbook. So I'm good in cures at WB2GLW. Thanks for allowing me to do that.
So let me ask you, Mike, do you wear Skechers or not?
Negative on the Skechers, negative, but there's some good arguments here. I've got to think about them. WB2GLW. Thanks a lot.
All right, Mike, have a great day. Let's move on to KQMM and Ed out of San Jose, California. Good morning, Ed.
I have worn them in the past, but Skechers currently, this is going to have to be a negative. Good morning, everybody. Back to you, Net Control, KO6, Mike, November.
Ed, thanks for checking in. We got you down as a no, and have a great day. Next, move on to KJ5NUL, Devin out of Austin, Texas. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. You can put me as a no for the Skechers. I think I used to have them as a kid, but these days I primarily wear either Nike or New Balance or Hoka. With that, headed back to Net Control, KJ5NUL 73.
All right, Devin, we got you down as a no. Thank you for checking in. Have a great day. Next, let's move on to via text line. Donnie, Jacksonville Beach, California, KM4CTV. Good morning, Donnie.
Good morning, Bill, Mark, and everybody on the net. KM4CTV, Donnie in Jacksonville. It's sunny, bright, and warming up into the 70s today. That's an affirmative on the Skechers. In fact, I got a pair on right now. Thanks for doing the net. Have a great day. KM4CTV, back to net.
All right, Donnie, I agree. Skechers are very comfortable. I've got a pair on right now as well. Have a great day, Donnie. Let's move on to Gary, Inverness, Florida, K4HBT. Gary, what say you?
Good morning, everyone on the net. Put me down for a yes. My wife bought me a pair about 3 years ago, and I wear them quite often. Quite frankly, they still look brand new, and they are truly, I think, the most comfortable pair of shoes I've ever had. That's it for me. K4HBT, back to net.
All right, Gary, thanks for checking in. Have a good day. And we move on to Daryl, Concord, New Hampshire, WB1DXN. Good morning, Daryl.
WB1DXN here. Welcome to, good morning to the morning crew. If it's the new slip-on type Sketcher, yes, I have one. And after some knee surgery, it's a lot easier for quite a while to get into those shoes. And so, as you keep a safe day, look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead, always be aware of the outcome of something, and so always expect the unexpected. WB1DXN.
All right, Bill, thanks for checking in. Have a great day. And I agree with Skechers and the knee surgery. I've had a few of those myself. Have a great day as well. N5GI, Rick, the Villages. What do you say? Wear Skechers, yes or no?
Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. It is a beautiful day in the Villages here this morning. Clear blue skies, warming up nicely. Back to wearing t-shirts and shorts. As for the question of the day, absolutely wear Skechers, wearing a pair right now as I walk my dog. Back to net, N5GI.
All right, Rick, take care. Thank you for checking in. Have a great day. Enjoy that sunshine. Let's move on to Terry, N5, RTC, Austin, Texas. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Bill. It's nice to hear you from your new home in Phoenix. I very seldom wear anything on my feet. Most of the time I go barefoot. Some of us in Texas just do that. N5 RTC, back to net control.
All right, Terry, good to hear your voice this morning. Have a great day, and maybe we'll... All right, so we've got about 2.5 minutes, and we can take a couple more check-ins. How about we take 3 more check-ins and answer our question of the day. Do you wear Skechers, yes or no?
W2KJV, W2KJV.
Lima, Alpha Delta 2, Golf Lima.
Take one more.
KF8DJQ, KF8DJQ.
All right, we've got Kevin from Bowling Green, Ohio. We had Dan from Jamestown, New York, and Tony from Homosassa, Florida. Tony, K2KJV from Homosassa, Florida. Do you wear Skechers, yes or no?
Morning, had to wait for the ID to go by. Yes, I wear Skechers lace-up. Been wearing them for about 5 years. Hope everyone has a great day. Back to you, Bill.
All right, Tony, we got you in the log as a yes. Thank you for checking in and have a good day. Next, we turn to Dan, Jamestown, New York. AD. Good morning, Dan.
Well, everybody on the morning brew, that would be a negative for me. Hope everybody has a great day. Back to net.
All right, Dan, thank you and have a great day. We got you down as a no in the log. And next, we turn to Kevin, Bowling Green, Ohio. KF8DJQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Everybody on the net this morning. That'd be a no for me, but checking into. So, everybody have a great day. KF8 DJQ, back to net control.
All right, Kevin, thanks for checking in and have a great day. All right, well, that's the end of our net. Everybody for checking in. Our question of the day was, do you wear Skechers, yes or no? I want to thank Mark back in the Zoom room for logging, Dick the Godfather earlier doing the morning brew, and we had just a great brew today. This is KF0MHN Bill, and we return the morning brew and the net national program. Have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, sounds like you've been there for a while. I have one of my sons is an EMT. Wants to be a fire paramedic in the future, so he's trying to go with that route. You know, through EMT paramedic. If you can get into fire that way. Back to you.
Mike November. Apologies. I think I accidentally transmitted on the wrong repeater while on dual watch. KO6 Mike November.